right.
Don't look at my hand, look at the elbow. Go. Go on, do it one more time. If you look at the person's elbow, you never miss. Do it. Isn't that weird?
That is amazing.
Yeah, okay. Here to help.
Are you there?
Hi, I'm Sean Smith with Entertainment Weekly, and we are getting totally geeky about politics with the legendary Rachel Maddow. Word association, free association.
Okay, all right, good.
Best American president.
Lincoln. That one has a correct answer, it's Lincoln. All right.
Okay. Worst American president.
You know, we've had a few bad Andrews, Jackson, Johnson.
So the Andes.
We'll start with the Andrews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which three presidents, living or dead, would you most like to have dinner with?
LBJ, and I think he'd just be fun and would swear and do inappropriate things, and that would be fun. And then because of that, then you'd want one of the other presidents to be really uptight.
I love that you're actually casting this. Okay,
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Because I want to see the dynamic, like I'm sort of irrelevant in this, I want to see the dynamics between them. Not that I think that Barack Obama is uptight, but like that's a combination that I want to. And then you'd want to bring in like one of the like kooky enthusiasts of the presidency, somebody like a Teddy Roosevelt, I think, just to be a total wild card with them. I think that would be a fun night.
Which three would you least like to have dinner with?
The Andrews.
It's Andrews.
The Andrews.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna play Would You Rather.
Oh no.
Doesn't have to mean sex, but it can be like
If the answer is no, is that allowed?
John Adams or John Quincy Adams?
John Adams. Do you know that John Adams had a dog named Satan?
No.
He had a dog named Satan.
James Madison or James Monroe?
James Madison.
Teddy Roosevelt or Franklin Roosevelt?
If it's just who'd you rather, I'd pick FDR.
All right.
Yeah.
Bush 41 or Bush 43?
Oh, that's too easy.
Our presidents have had some interesting hobbies. Would you rather paint puppies with George W. Bush, make wine with Thomas Jefferson, or play the saxophone with Bill Clinton?
Make wine.
Go skinny dipping with John Quincy Adams, go drunk joyriding with LBJ, or go to Comic-Con with Barack Obama?
Drunk joyriding with LBJ, provided we were on a closed course.
Which comic book superhero would make the best president?
Batwoman. Because I wrote the introduction to a Batwoman comic book, and so then I would be a shoo-in for an awesome job in the Batwoman administration.
Okay. Which woman prior to Hillary Clinton should have been president?
Honestly, the women who ran, the pioneering, I mean, Margaret Chase Smith, the Republican who won from Maine, she was nails. She was the first woman, I think, who ran for the major party nomination and wasn't a kook about it. Like, actually should have been taken much more seriously than she was. She was treated as like a cartoon character for doing it. But you go back and you look at Margaret Chase Smith and who she would have been up against that year, and I'd kind of pick her.
If Donald Trump were an animal, what would he be?
When I imagine him as president, I think I imagine him like a cold-blooded creature that like needs external stimuli in order to be able to function, otherwise it just sort of goes inert. Like a snake in the cold, just kind of holds still, looks dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I kind of imagine like once you're not being covered as a presidential candidate, you've actually got the job. What happens then? Somebody turn on the heat lamp.
If Hillary Clinton
Was
were...
that too weird?
No.
Okay.
I'm totally into it. If Hillary Clinton were a musical instrument, what would she be?
A musical instrument. I'm gonna go with one of the reeds.
I agree with you.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I've given this question some thought.
Are you thinking like more oboe or more clarinet? Oboe?
That's exactly what I picked. Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We're right here on the Hillary Clinton is an
It's like
oboe thing. The number of times I've said that.
What's wrong with Gary Johnson?
If he were literally a silhouette that didn't speak, he'd be down a pretty good shot right now. But it's Gary Johnson. And so, what is Aleppo?
And what is Aleppo? You're kidding. No.
Gary Johnson does not seem to have been the world's most terrible governor of New Mexico, but he is not performing to the level that we expect of obscure third-party long-shot candidates.
What's best about America?
The idea of America is still the best thing about America. I mean, just take religious freedom alone, you know? Like, no, we're not going to ban people from this country on the basis of their religion. That would make us not who we are as a country. And the fact that we have religious freedom as a foundational point of who we are is part of why the rest of the world looks up to us. We'll never give that up.
What's not so great about America?
I think as a people, we do all sorts of stuff wrong and have all sorts of prejudices and hang-ups and bad habits that get us into trouble over time. But there isn't anything wrong with us that the best things about us can't fix.
What's worse, not voting or binge drinking?
This year, not voting is worse. Starting November 11th, let's give a little time for a recount, binge drinking.
Okay, final question.
Yeah.
Give me one good reason you shouldn't run for national office.
That I, Rachel Maddow, should not run?
Correct.
I would not vote for me, number one, so that makes it hard for me to ask anybody else to do it. So it would be a terrible, terrible idea.
Great, let's
Thanks.
drink.